Hello everyone, it's Fiona from Fiona's Angel Wisdom page on Facebook. Welcome to another edition of Angel Thoughts. I hope that you're all well and that the week that has just gone by has treated you well and that you've handled the fluctuating moods that the cleansing and the shifting planets have given us over the past 5 days. It's been a bit of a roller coaster for many, I know. But we have been asking for change. We have been asking for a release of negativity, and somehow this is being delivered as well. And I think a lot of people may have also suffered from severe headaches and other cleansing things that have been going on with their bodies and with their minds, and some might have found anger and some might have found themselves tearful. But don't worry, it'll all fall into place at the end of the month. So firstly, I want to pull a card from my Soulmate Cards by Tony Carmine Salerno, just general. And there's my cat again, coming to sit on my lap. It's got a bell now, jingle jingle. A profound transformation is taking place in your life. Be yourself. You have much to offer the world just by being you. Your love has the power to transform all things, including your relationship and love life. So this card, which is funny because I actually tried to record this session earlier and I pulled the exact same card. But being yourself, reconnect your inner child and rediscover yourself. That's basically the feeling I get with that particular card. The more you reconnect to your true self, the more you'll attract the people who are also connected to their true self, or coming into their own and being who they are without consideration, not in a negative way, but just, I'm me and I'm going to be me. And if you don't like it, then that's your problem, not mine. I like being me. That kind of attitude, that's coming to us. And the more we connect to our inner child, the less we care, because children are quite carefree and they're not too bothered about what other people think of them. They just want to be happy and have fun. And having fun is the way to raise the vibration. And, being silly as well, and being joyful and jovial. The other thing I wanted to say was the other day I had someone say to me that they expected me to be more positive. It was because I said something about Barack Obama and that everybody congratulating him would sooner or later in the coming weeks go back to complaining about him. That didn't mean I supported the other candidate. That just meant that, it's funny, 1 minute we're all happy, the next minute we go back into, oh, they should be changing this, should be changing that. Which, in my opinion, I'm allowed that opinion just like other people are allowed their opinion. Positive people are human beings too, no matter who they are. The most positive people that sell millions of books worldwide, they're humans too, and they have opinions. And actually, some of the opinions are not what we might expect from them, but that doesn't take away from the message, the positivity that they spread. That's just accepting that you can live a positive life, but also have a firm opinion, and that doesn't always agree with people. You shouldn't put people on a pedestal like that, because that leads to disappointment. If you Google some of the big names and see some of the threads out there about these people, where people have encountered the negative side, the yin and yang, the balance, it might make your eyes water. Okay, so I've picked 7 people. I know I said I was going to do 5 to 6, but I picked 7 people, lucky winners, out of 119, I think it was. It wasn't very easy. Just let the angels guide me, and I'll be getting to those. In fact, I might just do a card for Tina Reese, who was the first one that name sprung to me, and it's a Doreen Virtue deck that I'm using, messages from your angels. So let's just see. Maya, schooling, study and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. So I feel for Tina that there's change coming, and she's going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn new things and adapt to certain situations around you. And I think have a feeling that's to do with money coming in. And I feel that there's anxiety around you too, a tightness around the chest. So you need to do breathing exercises and relaxation techniques to just come back to your center. And I'm getting told that the new things that you're going to have to learn, or that you are going to be learning because you want to, it's going to be fine. It's not going to be, and it's going to give you what you need in the end result. Don't look at the process while you're going through it. Look at the end result and keep your eye on the ball. That's basically what they want you to know. Okay, well, I hope that was okay for you. Let's have a look at Angelic Inspirations, the book by Toni Carmine Salerno. Randomly opened a page. Your potential is your destiny waiting to be fulfilled. I see, so that's the message that we've got, and as usual they're saying open another page, so that's what I'm going to do and see what other message poem is out there. Oh, my favourite one, I like this. It's got a picture of a male and female angel, and they're like snuggled up to each other. Each time you offer love to another, be it through a loving gesture, thought or word, you plant the seed of love in that person. Everything you do has an effect. Love generates love. The more that you give love to the world, the more you receive love from the world. But you also have to remember with that not everybody's definition or ability to show love is the same. So if you've come from an angry household, it could be that anger is the way you express love, and you don't understand then why the other person is not feeling that loving vibe. Or if you've been shouted at a lot, and when you then get into relationships and you're not being shouted at, you might then push situations to instigate an argument, because that's your understanding of love, and then you feel happy. Not happy because you're arguing, but there's some satisfaction in that, because that's how you have learned to receive love. And I think that's time to let that kind of pattern go. But it's important to highlight that not everybody's definition of love is the same. Right, let's see what the second winner is. Rachel McKay, and your card is, see, Azure. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try to force it to happen. So the situation around you, I'm feeling that that's going to come about in the next 2 weeks. Either the seeds will be sown or the result will be there. They want you to keep an open mind, and there's a heaviness around thoughts. You need to declutter your mind. That's what they're saying. Let go of the negative thoughts and focus on the positives around you, and focus on what's important. And then there's a lot of pressure around the head. Maybe even just ruffle your hair and tug your hair gently, and just release some of the tension in your head. That's what I'm getting, and that will help you then release your thought patterns. I hope that was okay for you there, Rachel. So let's have a look at a card by Toni Carmine Salerno, Magdalene Oracle cards. I shuffle and see what's in the cards. Just one card. Do one card for the weekend. Colour. So it's basically paying attention to the colours that you are drawn to, and the colour of the foods and things like that. Over the coming days, pay attention to the colours you're drawn to, the colours of your clothes, the food you eat, drink, and have profound effect on the way you feel. When you find yourself drawn to a certain colour, pay attention to the energy emanating from it. How does that colour make you feel? Perhaps it brings out a certain mood or invokes a certain memory. Colour is ultimately vibration. Each colour or combination of colours vibrates at a particular frequency. When you are drawn to a particular colour, it is because a part of you resonates with its frequency. Colour will help balance your emotions and restore your well-being. The following is a meditation that you may wish to practice, particularly if you feel low on energy or emotional. Imagine yourself on a beautiful sandy beach watching the waters ebb and flow. Feel the gentle breeze blowing through your mind, clearing away all unwanted thoughts, concerns, negative feelings. Visualize each of the following colors at a time. Take your time with each one. Breathe in the vibration and essence of each color until you feel that color vibrate in every part of your body. Allow each color to flow through your mind as you affirm. I am a violet flame. I am a blue flame. I am a pink flame. I am a green flame. I am a yellow flame. I am an orange flame. I am a ruby red flame. I am a white flame. I am a golden flame. I am a silver flame. So if you might want to try that, you may not, and just see how that feels. But I do feel that certain colours had a more profound effect on me than other colours. And I think that you may not resonate with all of the colours all of the time, which would make sense because we're not always in the same flow going through life. So the next card I'm going to do is number 3, and that's for Cheryl Bateman. If you're listening. Isabella, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So whatever it was that you wanted to do, go for it. I do feel that there's a shift coming, so there is change. If you don't, there might be a knock-on effect. So something might happen where you have to make a change, and it's a good change. It will all work out for the better for you. Obviously, I'm not talking to you guys with your energy clearer, so it might not be exactly how I say it. It might just, but you'll be able to understand what the meaning is. Let's see. I got out Conversations with God, book 1 by Neale Donald Walsch, and I'm just going to open a random page and just see what it says. Because they stand against every thought you have that would deny me, and deny me you must if you are to deny yourself. Why would I want to deny you or me? Because you're afraid, because my promises are too good to be true, because you cannot accept the grandest truths, and so you must reduce yourself to a spirituality which teaches fear and dependence and intolerance rather than love and power and acceptance. You are filled with fear. Your biggest fear is that my biggest promise might be life's biggest lie. And so you create the biggest fantasy you can to defend yourself against this. You claim that any promise which gives you the power and guarantees you the love of God must be false promise of the devil. God would never make such a promise, you tell yourself. Only the devil would, to tempt you into denying God's true identity as the fearsome, judgmental, jealous, vengeful, and punishing entity of entities. Even though this description better fits the definition of a devil, if there were one, you have assigned devilish characteristics to God in order to convince yourself not to accept the godlike promises of your Creator, or the godlike qualities of the self. Such is the power of fear. I am trying to let go of my fear. Will you tell me again more of the laws? The first law is that you can be, do, and have whatever you imagine. The second law is that you attract what you fear. Why is that? Emotion is the power which attracts. That which you fear strongly, you will experience. An animal which you consider a lower form of life, even though animals act with more integrity and greater consistency than humans, knows immediately if you are afraid of it. Plants, which you consider an even lower form of life, respond to people who love them far better than those who couldn't care less. None of this is by coincidence. There is no coincidence in the universe, only a grand design, an incredible snowflake. Emotion is energy in motion. When you move energy, you create effects. If you move enough energy, you create matter. Matter is energy. Move around, shove together. If you manipulate energy long enough in a certain way, you get matter. Every master understands this law. Through its pure energy, every thought you have ever had or will ever have is creative. The energy of your thought never ever dies, ever. It leaves your being and heads out to the universe, extending forever. A thought is forever. A thought is congeal. All thoughts meet other thoughts, crisscrossing an incredible maze of energy, forming an ever-changing pattern of unspeakable beauty and unbelievable complexity. Like energies attracts like energy, forming, to use simple words, clumps of energy of like kind. When enough similar clumps crisscross each other, run into each other, they stick to each other. To use another simple term, it takes an incomprehensibly huge amount of similar energy sticking together, thusly to form matter. So, our thoughts, every thought that we have to watch them. The more negative thoughts we have, the more negative we bring into our lives. So, I think that was a good one, because we are releasing fear at the moment on the page quite rapidly. So, I'm just going to shift into card 4 with Naomi Landman and see what her card has to say for her. And hopefully it will be a helpful one. Right. Layla, spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. So this card's telling me that there's a lot of negativity and a lot of... I've pulled another card for you, Naomi, just because I've been guided to. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. So I think you need to mull that one over and over. What that actually means is that you need to just step aside and regroup yourself, and don't see whatever's happening around you now as a negative thing, but as a positive thing, because the change that's coming to you is going to enlighten you in ways beyond your imagination, and it's going to give you a certain sense of freedom that you wouldn't have thought imaginable, even if there is a lot of fear attached to that. And the other card that I pulled is Celeste. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher positive new energy to you. So whatever your concerns are, whatever your fears are, the more you focus on them, if you listen to what I just read, the more you focus on them, the more you're going to bring them in. So let those go. Seriously, let those go. Take time out. If you need to know how to find relaxation therapy techniques and so on, you can always send me a message, and I'll be glad to guide you in the direction of relaxation and healing. And the move here. So I've just pulled those, and I think you know what those mean. And good luck with whatever it is that you're going to be doing. So I'm just going to go straight into card 5. It's funny, every time I pick up a card, my cat comes to sit on my lap and purr. So Mora Pluck is number 5. Lucky girl. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. Okay, your children on heaven and in earth are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. So what they're saying is not to worry too much about young people around you. I pulled another one for you, which is Maya, schooling, study and education. Help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. To combine the two cards, I do feel that there's working with children, if you don't already, would be something that would benefit you and give you your soul's purpose. And yeah, there's change coming for you, so go with that change. Okay, number 6 is Minnie Marie. I think that's how we spell your name or pronounce your name, so I'm going to go into that card. Congratulations. It's Isaiah. It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these changes. So, Minnie, at this time in your life, there's a need to bring in new things. I think everybody who's had a card pulled, there are new things coming and new things that need to be done. Stagnant times are over, and if you don't want to change, you will be made to change. So think about what you want and be confident that you can achieve these things. Don't ask how, when, or why, just go for it, okay? That's the message for you. I'm going to do the one for Maria Furlong, lucky number 7, the extra one that I added. Well done, you. Let's see. Mystique, keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. So they're saying, focus on what you want and go for it. I like that card. Don't let negative thoughts come in your way. You're protected all the time. Don't worry. And talk to your angels. And I think there's a elderly female in spirit that is around you and is constantly patting you on the back and willing you to succeed, and connect to your spirituality and the energies that surround you and the energies that you believe in, and you'll be just fine. I know those of you who are listening, there's probably a blip in my flow today, and that's because I've been a bit nervous about doing the readings, the cards on the show. The show. Yes, my radio show. Woohoo! Anyway, I all wanted my own radio show, and I've got my YouTube show, so excellent. Anyway, the flow is just because this is the first time I'm doing this, and I don't know how many people are going to be listening, and I'm really not anxious, but from past experience, I know how many people get cross when they didn't get their card pulled, but it's very hard to pick 6 people out of 119, so I upped it by 1, and I'll just go with whatever happens afterwards when I announce who's made it into my lucky 7. Okay, I'm going to pull 3 cards for Monday to Friday, because we had that 1 for the weekend, and so now we've got 3 for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Mystic Reality, which has got a rainbow and a castle in the background, and I think that's all to do with creating your reality and knowing what you want and not holding on to past illusions. And with Tony Carmine Salerno's cards, those of you who have listened before know that I usually read his meanings because he's very good at describing. Something is causing concern at present because you are viewing the situation from only one perspective. Look with an open heart and mind, and you may see that a positive side also exists. Things may very well turn into your favour if you let go of the preconceived ideas and rigid views. There are at least 2 perspectives from which to view every situation. What you see at present is only part of the picture. Often what seems real to us may not necessarily be what is actually occurring. True purpose of many of life's events is often unclear because of our false assumptions, fears and misconceptions. There is no need for concern. Just allow things to naturally unfold and all will become clear to you. Remember, you may not have the power to change the world or many of the events in your life, but you have the power to change your perception of them. All becomes clear when I view it from a higher perspective, which is very true. I think that's very true. You create your reality, and if you view reality with a negative mind or are not open to other people's suggestions, then you put a block in your space. The next card is Magdalene. Go forth and be true to yourself. Dare to be different, to make mistakes. Create, for it is in creation that you exist. in a world full of dreams that stem from your heart, in oneness, love, and hatred, wonder and awe, softness and pain, joy and light. In the stillness, the unknown awaits. Avoid wanting to be filled. Step into it with courage and strength, like a budding rose reaching for the light. Love will lead you to greener pastures. So, there you go. It's all about being true to yourself. I love it because I don't have the cards laid out before I sit down here and start waffling on, and everything's kind of falling into the same pattern. And those of you who've listened to my other Angel Thoughts, Angel News, that always happens, flows nicely. I have to thank the angels for that, and they're always around as well. Co-creation is the later part of the week. A new opportunity will present itself over the coming week, which at first may seem beyond your financial means or expertise. Yet this opportunity would not present itself if you were not capable of handling it. It will work out for you provided you are flexible in the methods you adopt. More importantly, keep in mind that anything of lasting value is always a co-creation between you and God. Seek intuitive guidance from your higher mind and from God. See yourself in a spiritual partnership with the Divine Creator and ask to be shown the ways and means of accomplishing your mission. When making a decision, sit quietly and ask your higher self and God to help you make the most appropriate one. Remember also that the perseverance and commitment are major factors in any success. Acknowledge your fears and perceived shortcomings and then go for it. You will not fail provided you always remember that all you do is a co-creation. So keep your thoughts positive. Open yourself up to suggestions. Open yourself up to doing things that you didn't think that you would be doing, and you will be good to go. To back that one up, I am going to tell you a little story about thinking about people who are in relationships and thinking, I couldn't do that, I wouldn't be able to cope with that, or how does he or she put up with that? And then an aha effect in the shower one morning. It was like, hang on, these people are happy. They kind of got their lid to their pot. And it was kind of like that moment of everybody's happiness is different. What's good for one is not necessarily good for another. And, there might be people that want to do this or want to do that, and you think, I couldn't do that. But be happy for your friends anyway. Try your best to be happy for them, or just neutral in your approach to situations where you feel judgmental. Or laugh the things off. Like, it's easy to find fun, not in a nasty way, but find the positive humor in situations. And yeah, I might sound a little bit hypocritical because I dissed Barack Obama winning the presidency. However, it was always going to be him, and people stick with what they know. When there is two people where you're not sure who's going to be the better one, you always go with the one that you know, because at least you know where you're going with that one. With the other one, you don't know, so unless that one's shining brighter than the other one, which both shone in similar lights, people are creatures of habit. They are going to go with what they know. We would too, because I know not everybody listening here is a voter, but it's the same with when you're buying oracle cards or things. Are you going to go and venture out and buy something by someone you've never heard of before, or are you going to stick with what you know? And that's how, when people stick with what they know, or with a certain publishing house or a certain brand, I buy something by a certain brand and then kind of, will I try that? But I actually like this brand, so I'm not going to try it. When actually the other brand is better, or sometimes you find out you buy the other brand and it's not. So it's a 50-50 chance of getting it right. And when you have that 50-50 chance, we usually don't step outside our boxes. We stay within that perimeter. Is what I was going to say. What else have I learned this week about myself? Have you learned anything about yourself this week? I learned that, what did I learn? I learned a lot of things, and then but then I find it hard to remember sometimes when I'm talking to you guys. What did I learn? I learned that it's okay to get angry, but as long as you've got the control to say, do you know what, I'm too angry with you right now, I'll come back to you when I've calmed down. Because, like, I had a situation where we got some bad news, and I thought, I'm just so angry, and my mouth ran off with me, and then I stopped. And I thought, well, that's not actually the other person's fault. And I stopped and I said, you know what, I'm too angry right now, I'll get back to you when I've calmed down. And I think that's a good way to be, and for me that's a huge success. And I'm not saying that I go around screaming and shouting at people left, right and centre, I don't, but being an indigo, I find it difficult sometimes to control my temperament. But it also doesn't help that I grew up in Germany, and anybody who's been to Germany knows that German people speak their mind. And my mother's from Asia, and Asian people, well, my mother's family anyway, they're quite fiery. So and I'm a Sagittarian, so my my dad's Scorpio, so it's a great combination there. They really made my challenges quite enlightening. As I grow older, obviously as a child you don't realise, because you're influenced by other people's thoughts and opinions and stuff, and yeah. But I think letting go and releasing fear, that's definitely the topic. And I'm going to pull one last card before I let you all go into back to your lives, or ironing, or a glass of wine, whatever it is that you do or don't do. And they're also just being told to ask you guys to really connect to your creativity, really step into it, really, do drawing, do singing. I was singing that, what was that mountain song? My son doesn't like that song at all. It's like gospel Christmas song. Over the hill and back again. And my son was like, can you stop, you keep singing that song. And I was like getting great pleasure, and then when he caught me smiling at him, then he just had to laugh, and he said, why are you listening to that? I thought you liked the parlour tones, you can't keep changing who you like. And I was like, no, I still like them. Okay, intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. I'm sure we've had this one before. Which is a connect to nature, is what I want to say with that card. And the angels are very powerful and strong with this one. I think it's because I actually brought all you lovely people in for your cards, and all of your loved ones and your other energies that surround you are all dying to communicate. But you can communicate with them just as easily as I can. We all can. This card confirms that you have a natural psychic ability that can be further developed and expanded, but in order to develop this innate gift, you must pay greater attention to your intuition. This can come in many forms. For example, it can be a gut feeling, an unusual or unexpected thought, or a subtle and silent whisper that seems to flow from your heart. Close your eyes and be aware of all you feel around you. The universe is alive. It makes me want to sing that Parlour song, Alive. The earth and nature are living energies. Whether you know it or not, there is an aspect of you that is in constant communion with all of creation. You are therefore also in constant communication with everyone and everything. All that you need to expand this wonderful ability within you is within you. Start to listen to your inner voice and learn to trust your vibes and natural instincts. You are about to discover a whole new way of being. I focus on my inner world. I am one with all creation. All is energetically connected. I trust my intuition. My awareness expands through love. So the more you feel love, the more you feel love. I'm going to have that as a mantra. I am love. I am the love I wish to receive. I am love. I give love and receive love easily and readily without expectations. Amen. So, with that, what else have I got to say? The Parlotones are moving to America, I see. I wasn't too keen on the advertising that involved that, but I still love them. They're amazing boys. So if you're in America or in South Africa at the moment, I know they're playing in Port Elizabeth soon, go and check them out. Well, I suppose South African people are probably bored of them now. That's why they're going to move to America. You've got to see it, you know, two sides, but let's wish them luck. And anybody else who's starting over, taking a leap of faith, you know, good for you. Good for you. Let's focus on abundance. I think abundance, financial abundance. I think those of us that that have enough but kind of need to expand because it's time to shift, bring in the abundance and connect to the abundance angels, the colour green. Oh look, the kitty's coming back, so we're onto something here. The abundance cat. Hello kitty. Hello. So the cat's come alive to that. Not that the cat was dead. He was alive the whole time. It's just that he was lying there purring his socks off. So the cat's bounced up and said, yep, we're all for abundance. Dear abundance angels and dear Archangel Jophiel, please help me beautify my life in all areas. I am thankful for the abundance that I have now. And the cat fell off the chair. The abundance that I have now and the abundance I am yet to receive. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. That was funny. Cat was trying to bounce from chair to chair and then we fell off. See, laughing, that immediately raised the vibration, just like pow. So when you get up in the mornings, remember to put your power on. Step into it, know that you're in control, and when you're not in control, you can take power back, turn it round back into your favour. Even if it's something you don't want to hear or don't want to know. The night wind. Here you go. The night wind, which is a tree in the night wind. And it's gonna be... what have I done? I don't know. Night wind, where have you gone? So blah blah blah. Enchanted forests. Here we go. And eternal love. Night wind. This card relates to disturbed sleep patterns, vivid dreams, or nightmares you've been experiencing. Something is troubling you, yet you're not openly acknowledging this, either to yourself or others. This unresolved issue has created fear and anxiety which you have yet to resolve. Because of this, your subconscious mind is processing the issue as you sleep. The fear resurfacing in your dreams time and time again, in various forms and guises. This is your subconscious mind's way of dealing with the issue and forcing you to face your fear. On some level, this is helpful. However, the only way this issue can be resolved is by consciously facing your fear. First, truly acknowledge your fear. Express it in detail by writing it down. Then share it by talking about it with someone you trust. This simple process takes some courage, but it will be well worth it. Acknowledging and expressing your fear is the first major step towards healing this issue. You will find that all will be resolved soon. Affirmation. I share my fears and concerns with those I trust and love. There is nothing to fear, there is only love, and all will soon be resolved. I am safe, I am loved. I face my fear and feel it dissolve in a pool of love. There you go. That just reminded me of conversations that I have with the beautiful Ali, because I think we both benefit from our little conversations that we have. Woohoo to Angela, because I know that you're listening, and I just wanted to say hello because I know you'll have a big smile on your face. And everybody else, because I don't know who's listening, but I do know that these two lovely ladies do listen almost religiously. I just wanted to say hello, and if I know that you, whoever you are, if I know that you listen regularly, I'll give you a mention too and send the angels to your side to give you a wonderful big hug. And the other thing I wanted to do quickly before I disappear is ask you to remember to ground yourself. When you do spiritual work or talk and deal with the angelic and spiritual realm out there, I'm being a bit overwhelmed here, it's important to open up and close down and ground yourself. So just to take a deep breath and exhale. Could even extend on the inhale. You could pull your arms in and push your arms out on the exhale. And then just imagine yourself being a bush or a tree or a flower, and just imagine the roots going into the center of the earth and keeping you grounded at all times. Remember to open and close your third eye, where you can do that by imagining that you have got a veil over your forehead, and when you need to see, you can connect to the realms. Visualize the veil being lifted above your third eye, and when you're done, close it, because if you don't, you're going to get very ill and knocked off balance, because you'll be a magnet to anything that wants to communicate with anyone, and you simply can't do that. You'll not feel very well. I know I've mentioned this a couple of times now, but I really feel I need to remind you guys of that. It's really important. One more thing I want you to do, and then I will skip off, is Mary Jack's A Pocket Full of Angels. They used to be one of my favourite decks, and I've not touched it for a very long time. So a message for everybody that's listening, even if you didn't make the short list, is always next time. I'm going to skip out on this one. Exploring your options. Are you torn between two choices, two pathways you could take, but neither feels totally right? If you truly cannot decide, as neither option makes you feel totally comfortable, then you should look at this situation with fresh eyes and consider a different avenue. Think about other possibilities. Talk to a trusted friend or family member and ask your angels to show you alternatives too. You may be happily surprised at the ideas and solutions that will come to mind. And then with that comes magic moments. A romantic or thoughtful gesture will soon make you smile and fill your heart with joy. Savor and enjoy the moment. For although it may only last for just a few minutes or even seconds, it will stay with you, giving you feelings of warmth and happiness for a very long time to come. Now I'm going on to drink my vanilla red bush tea, which is getting cold. Have a beautiful week ahead. Remember, the angels are all around you. Certain people will be drawn to colour blue, and certain people will be drawn to the colour green, and some people will combine the two colours, and there's a violet vibe as well. That's what I've just been given to share with you guys, since most of you will be on the same grid as me. Happy weekend. Bye. Thanks for listening. Love you.